Hello, my best friends, Australian, Maltese, Italian, German, Greek, doesn't matter who. I've got a story that I need to say, which I will show you. And many years ago, a friend of mine, he was a chef at the Navy. This is about maybe 67, 68 years ago, maybe more. And he was a chef, and I got to be a friend of him, because I always work in bakery, ice cream, you know. I work with many back home, and in here I work with bakery too. And I call myself really a pastry chef. That's what I am. Plus that, I'm a cook. And I create recipes, but I don't know how it came into my mind, this one. And he used to do two things, which I used to love, and I done it many years ago. I done this recipe about 50 years ago. He used to make rice custard. And it's easy. He used to boil the rice, but when he boiled the rice, he used to put the beetroot leaves, you know, the red leaves of the beetroot. He used to put them with the rice to give him that beautiful taste. Okay, so he boiled it, he put the leaves with them, and then he takes the leaves off, and he mix it with custard, you know? So, and then he used to put, I remember, he used to put peaches on top of this rice custard, and it was wonderful too. With sugar, egg yolk, milk, corn flour, you know. I don't know exactly if he put corn flour in them days, but we always use corn flour. But anyway, today, and then one time he said, Tony, have you ever done bread pudding? And I said, oh, yeah, we used to do bread pudding at home. He said, no. He said, this bread pudding is no baking. Okay? Steamed one. And I said to myself, no, I never did. So, hey, it came into my mind after all these years, you know. And he said, Tony, he said, what you need to do, which I will show you, I'll give you the recipe what I do. I do 4 pieces of toast bread, which I chop all the edges, and I chop them into small pieces, but take the edges off, 4. Okay? I put 2 cups of boiling milk, and I throw the pieces of bread into the boiling milk. Okay, don't forget, take the sides off, chop them into pieces, small, big, it doesn't matter. Put them into the boiling milk, 2 cups, so write it down. I put a half a cup or small glass like that full of granule sugar. I put 2 full eggs and 2 egg yolk. Okay. I put 2 tablespoons, if you can see here, 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay. And vanilla essence. If it's strong, put 2 teaspoons. If it's weak, like this one, which they call it imitation vanilla, put about 2 tablespoons or 3. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now, that's the recipe to make bread pudding. But this is not a Maltese bread pudding, don't forget. I think it has to be in English because he used to work with the Navy. So anyway, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give you another video, you know, when I cut the pieces and mix everything. Because after you put everything together, the bread, the butter, the sugar, the egg yolk, the eggs, make sure the eggs are on the bench for at least half an hour. Take them out of the fridge. Okay? Okay, that's the recipe. 4 slices of that, 2 cups of boiling milk, half a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons butter, 2 egg yolk, and a pinch of salt. Write it down slowly, okay, please? After that, I will make the caramel. So I'm going to put at least half a cup of sugar into the pan with a half a cup of water, okay? With a half a cup of sugar, half a cup of water, and I will squash a lemon. Squash the juice into it while I'm cooking it so it doesn't burn the sugar. I learned that many times, there's many things that you can do, a bit of water or a bit of butter, a bit of oil, not to burn the sugar. So once you browned the sugar, you put it in a tin like this, whether it's a cheesecake tin. I pour the sugar, the caramelized sugar into here, all right, slowly, and I let it settle, okay? You can let it settle or put it in the fridge, it will harden. Once I do that, then I fill up a pot or a pan, whatever. But in the pot, you put something like that. So you can put this one, it doesn't touch the bottom of it, in here, okay? And you steam it. You put a lot of water, make sure you put a few good water, because you gotta leave it at least 30-35 minutes of boiling. Put a lid on it and steam the pudding. Then once you steam 30-35, check it, see if it's okay, because when you put the caramel here, the caramel, in here, then with the steam, it melted again into the thing. So when I do this, you've got to put everything into the blender, which I'll show you here. Just have a look. See the blender here? I put everything into the blender. The bread, the milk, the sugar, the egg, the butter, everything in, and blend it properly. Once you blend it properly, okay, that's what I'm telling you step by step. Once you blend it properly, because the bread, it will come like liquid, okay? You pour it into that tin here, where you've got the caramelized sugar in there. You pour it into it, you put it in the pot with a lot of water, don't and then what you need to do, you need to put a bit of foil here, cover it with foil, so the water doesn't go into the pudding. All right, so you cover it, put it in the pan with boiling water, and let it steam for about 30-35 minutes. And I will show you once it's done. Well, this is going to be my first time after all them years. I never done this. I done the rice custard, yes, no problem at all. But you gotta have beetroot leaves, okay, the red one. They are red leaves in the beetroot, which sometimes you don't find them. You only find the beetroot, but you have a look at the grocery or whatever, fruit shop, and see if you can buy some. But I'm not gonna make that rice. I'm gonna make this first time in my life, this different bread pudding. Wish me luck, because neither I'm gonna waste $10-$12 maybe, I don't care anyway. And if it comes good, I will show you. If it doesn't come good, I cannot show you. Okay, Tony and Rose Kitchen try to do this beautiful bread pudding, because it will come like custard, bread pudding custard, I call it, really, okay. Good luck and thank you. God bless you, and see if I can do it for you. All right, and I show you when it's done. Tony and Rose, God bless.